There are 4 communities around Tellico Lake, and let me tell you, they are not the same. If you're trying to figure out where to retire in East Tennessee, picking the wrong community just doesn't mean a different zip code. It changes your entire lifestyle. The people you meet, the activities available to you, the cost of living inside the community itself. So today I'm going to break down each one of these communities and what's different about them and what might actually be important to you. By the end of this, you'll have a much clearer picture on where you may belong. Here's the thing about researching communities online. Zillow, Realtor.com are great for square footage, list price. They're not great for telling you what actually feels like to live somewhere else. They're not going to explain the differences between a pay-to-play community, a country club membership structure, and why that matters to your monthly budget. They're not going to tell you which community has the most active social life, which one has peace and quiet and beautiful mountain views. That's what I'm here to do today. I've been helping people relocate to the area for over 20 years. I know these communities the way you know your own neighborhood, by reputation and watching what happens to people after they move in. So let's get into it. The first community is Wind River. Wind River is the most exclusive community in the area. It's gated, it's private. The homes start at about 1.5 million and go up from there. If you're familiar with country club living, Wind River will feel like home. Operate on a membership model, the social membership every month. If you're a golfer, a separate golf membership on top of that. The amenities are first class and the service matches the community. The people who find Wind River right, typically buyers who want higher end, private lifestyle. They want gates, they want the full service atmosphere. They're not looking for the biggest community. They want one that's much more refined. If that's you, Wind River is worth a serious look. Now on the other end of the scale, you've got Tellico Village. It's a very active community. It's a pay-to-play model, which means you only pay for the amenities that you want to use. If you're a golfer, you play for the golf. If you don't want to golf, you don't pay for that. There's no mandatory membership. For a lot of people, that flexibility is a great deal on a fixed income, and you want to control over where your money goes. The activity level here is hard to overstate. Walking trails everywhere, pickleball courts, golf courses, social clubs, over 200 of them. And here's something I specifically want to address, because it's a thing that people don't say out loud, but almost everyone is thinking about. The number one fear from people relocating here isn't house prices or the taxes. It's actually about making friends. When you lived in the same town for 30 or 40 years, the idea of starting over socially is very scary. Tellico Village built a solution into the community itself. It's called the New Villagers Club. It's specifically designed for people their first 2 years in the village. They have activities twice a month, and their whole purpose is to get you connected quickly with clubs that you are interested in. Everyone in that club came here from somewhere else. That's the point. You're not an outsider. Everyone started over here. For someone who wanted maximum activity, social flexibility, and an affordable entry into the community lifestyle, Tellico Village is usually the answer. The third community is Rarity Bay. Rarity Bay is a gated golf community, so it sits between Wind River and Tellico Village in both price and feel. Like Wind River, it's gated. You got the sense of privacy and security, and like Wind River, it operates on a membership model, social membership, with the optional golf membership if you play. But it's more accessible than Wind River in terms of price, and it's a more intimate community overall. If that gated atmosphere matters to you, but you don't need the full country club price, Rarity Bay is worth a close look. The fourth community is Kahite, and this is the one that's a little bit of a hidden gem. Kahite is technically part of Tellico Village, but it sits about 20 minutes away from the main village, and it has its own distinct feel. It's smaller, quieter. If mountain views are important to you, Kahite is a completely different league. It's got its own golf course, its own wellness center, pickleball courts. You still have access to all the amenities in the main village at Tellico Village, but day by day you're living in a smaller, more peaceful community. The people who end up loving Kahite are usually the ones who told me early on, "Rick, I want it to be active, but I don't need to be in the middle of everything. I want some space, but I want to look out my window and see the mountain." If that sounds like you, you better check out Kahite. So here's the thing I want you to take away from this video. There are no best communities. There are only one best fit for your specific life. And the way to figure that out is by asking the right questions, not about square footage, not about where you want to live. Do you want a gated community, or does that feel unnecessary to you? Are you a serious golfer, or would you rather pay to play when you want to play? Do you want to be in the middle of a big active social life, or do you want something smaller and more peaceful? Do you want lakefront access, or are mountain views what make you feel more at home? When I get on a call with someone who's thinking about relocating here, I am usually able to tell from a high degree of confidence which community is going to best fit them. That saves a lot of time when you're on the fly. Instead of spending 3 days seeing everything, we focus on the communities that are important to you and actually make sense for your lifestyle. If you're in the early stages of the research, whether you're in 6 months out or 18 months out, you don't need to figure this out from this listing page. What I'd suggest is booking what I call a lifestyle match call. It's free, low pressure video call where we just talk about your wants, needs, and desire. What you love doing, what kind of community feels right, what matters most to you in the next chapter. By the end of the call, I can tell you which communities you probably belong in and what to expect when you come for a visit. So let's schedule a call. No pitch, no pressure, just an informational call to help you make the right decision. The link is below in the description to book a call. If you found this helpful, subscribe. I put out content like this regularly, covering everything from communities themselves to the financial realities of retiring to East Tennessee. I'll see you in the next one.